Welcome back to another episode of Finding Your Frequency. I'm Morgan Allen, joined today by David Jaison with Mentalism Beyond Belief. David, thank you for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. It's very nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. So when I asked you, what do you do? Who do you help? What problem you solve? You said you bring joy to people. And I love that answer. Will you tell me more about what you do?
So I perform a genre of entertainment called mentalism. And as I was explaining earlier, it's kind of interpretive. It's not clearly defined by, you ask different people, you're going to get a different answer or an idea of what it should be. Some people could call it mind reading. Some people could call it, expert in body language. There's all different things. And the truth is, I do bring a whole bunch of different skill sets to provide the entertainment. I perform mostly for companies in the corporate world, but I do private parties as well. So when I say I bring joy, I give people an escape from reality, from the stress of everything going on. And I inspire people to question what is possible, because when you see my show, when you experience my performance, you're going to be left wondering what just happened. Like you think you understand, especially if you're an analytical or critical thinker, you think you understand how things work. And then somebody like me comes along and I just shatter like everything you think you know about the world.
I absolutely love that. And you do trade shows as well. So
I do trade shows.
Shown up on behalf of clients. And if someone's selling something, you'll pull people into the trade show booth and chat with them, read their minds a little bit, especially when it comes to a product. Tell me more about that. Like, what kind of product have you helped with? What did that look like?
Okay, sure. And that's actually one of my favorite forms of entertainment because it really challenges me. Mm-hmm. Because for me, it's an experiential process to create something that resonates specifically for you as a client. Mm-hmm. And with the trade shows, I have to first learn what the company does. I have to have at least a little bit more than a basic understanding. Mm-hmm. And then I create 3 or 4 routines specifically to sell your product, to promote your product, whether it's your image, your brand, or a specific product that you're launching. And then I'm going to go out there and I'm going to draw people to the booth. I'm going to perform. It's going to deliver the message. It's going to entertain them. And what happens is they then have an experience that's tied to your company forever. Wow. Because it is an experience. And then it's a natural segue to bring them to the sales reps. And then also sometimes the sales reps, they'll be in conversations with people. They have me at the booth and then they're like, hey, did you meet our mentalist? So mm-hmm. we work really well together. I've worked for a lot of cybersecurity companies, and that's a lot of fun when we talk about, cracking passwords or, cyber data protection. Mm-hmm. I've worked with pharmaceutical industry with client trials and patient recruitment. Mm-hmm. I've worked with really a whole bunch of companies, any industry. The truth is, at the end of the day, what I do is so flexible.
That is really, really cool. And it also helps break down that wall people have whenever they come up and they feel like they're going to be sold to. And it just makes them at ease because it's fun. And that's just a great asset for any company. So you were going to say?
No, I was going to say, absolutely. I've heard it firsthand. I've heard people come up to the company that hired me. And these are companies that would bring in, $10,000 entertainment at their booth. You have the coffee baristas. You have all sorts of gimmicks that people bring to the booth. And people will come up to my client, and I've heard it. Yours was the best. Yours was the absolute best booth out here.
Wow.
And there's no better testimony than that.
Yeah, it really is. So you wanted to possibly test this out today. Can we demo what you do?
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Let's try.
Okay.
Why don't you think about what's something special to you that I couldn't possibly know? Your favorite food. How's that?
Sounds good.
Don't say anything out loud, though.
Okay.
Just this is all in our head.
Okay.
There's no guarantees that anything's going to happen here, but we're going to give it our best.
Okay.
So I want you to imagine that. First of all, I want you to, tell your audience, tell everybody that's watching here that nothing is arranged. There's no way I could possibly know what this would be.
There is absolutely no way he could know. It's kind of crazy. I'm going to leave it at that.
So now imagine this is a food, right?
Yeah.
In your head, I want you to paint me a picture with your senses. I want you to imagine eating it right now and tasting it. Mm-hmm. And of course, food really helps trigger memories and experiences that we have with food. Especially if this is your favorite food, you probably have a lot of memories associated with it. Some very positive ones, hopefully. And I want you to just invoke all of that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, smell it if it has a smell. Taste it. Okay, I'm getting something very. This is on the sweeter side of things. It's bringing you a lot of. I'm getting a sense of a dessert here. Cream, custard. Does that make sense? I could taste the custard. I could see it on the fork, and a cake here. Um, yeah, I'm getting somewhere. I can see it
You're
in your
actually
face.
getting somewhere. This is kind of
This
crazy.
is, and again, this is all up in your head.
It really is. It's insane.
I'm just gonna. Okay, I want you now. This okay, but it's not cake specifically. You're actually thinking of something very specific. This is very specific. This isn't something probably that even a lot of people have ever heard of. I could be wrong here, but what? Tell everybody what it is.
Flan. That's insane. This is crazy. That is really, 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 really crazy.
And that's not something that would like stand out on your social media as obvious, right? There's no way I could have known that.
No, this week, like I've been eating flan out of a pudding cup and I've been loving it.
Yes.
That is ridiculous.
So that's sort of what I do.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, you sold. I'm sold. And not even, 7 minutes into the interview.
Not even 7 minutes
into it.
Read
my mind that I love flan, which is a weird thing. That's so specific.
That is very specific. That's not something, again.
What do you feel? What do you think about? Like, what are you reading?
So without giving too much away,
yeah,
when I perform, there's an experience.
uh-huh.
And I'm applying a whole bunch, again, I said this earlier, a bunch of skill sets and a little mystery and deception into there. The ratio and the recipe, that remains a mystery.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, enjoy the mystery. That's all I say.
That is really, really crazy. How cool is that? Well, if people want to hire you for their company, their corporate event, their team building exercise, how can they do so?
So I am all over the place. I'm on my website, davidjaison.com, Jaison.com. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. Recently TikTok. I'm very excited about TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm everywhere. Davidjaison.com.
Awesome. Well, David, thank you so much for being here. It was
thank you
a pleasure
so much
to have you read my mind today.
My pleasure.
Yeah. And viewers, thank you for tuning in to another episode. If you want more information, head on over to dailynewsnetwork.com or findingyourfrequencytv.com. We have it all right there. We'll see you in the next episode of Finding Your Frequency.